Welcome to Creative Brews. I'm Kristen, and this is your weekly dose of creativity, where photography, design, and life come together. So, grab your favorite drink, and let's talk about what's brewing. Wow, and we're back. I'm not sure exactly everything we said. I wasn't recording the voice, our speaker here, our microphone. There you go.
Was having some issues.
But anyways, so yeah, little technical difficulties there, right? Wasn't recording the with the microphone. We were recording here on the camera, but because I don't have the cord yet to directly hook this in with my camera yet, so we'll situate that down the road. But anyways,
We're making it work.
yeah, we're creatively working it out.
There you go. One way of looking at it.
I think what we were talking about is enjoying life's simple,
And
the simplicity
the
of
little
life.
things. The little things in life.
Enjoy the little things. Major, news flash, enjoy the little things in life. Don't take life too seriously. But to break it all down, we don't exactly know what we're going to be talking about for this episode. We kind of just figured that maybe it'd be interesting to sit down with no topic and just see what happens, so.
What's the worst can happen?
Word vomit. Maybe it could just be a life update. A lot's changed.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, touched on some things with my little life updates episode. But, we're, our son is growing. Our life is growing and changing. We'll be getting married.
Yeah. Still a little bit of
got the
time for that, but
ring.
yeah. That'll happen before you know it, like everything else does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like I said, kids are all getting older and, about to be in another season soon. Can't wait.
Yeah, you have a 16-year-old.
Makes me feel old.
Aw. How does it feel other than makes you feel old?
Makes you wonder where time has gone. Like we're talking about enjoying the little things and the simple things, and before you know it, it's gone quick.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes we don't get all that back. So,
Yeah, there's a lot that, there was that little TikTok that I saw, something about, I think it's from a movie. It's like, something about life moves quick. If you don't take a moment to enjoy it, you'll miss it or something like that.
you go,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And then you go, what happened to 10 years ago?
Where'd the time go?
And they're like, no, Patrick, that was 20 years ago. Truthfully, that's how it is. It really is.
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, that happened, and then you're like, oh, wow. I mean, a lot happens in a year. I mean, you really break it down. I mean, a lot can happen in a year. You can be doing good, and something bad happens, or bad happens, and then something good happens. I mean, anything can happen in a year.
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs.
Yes, and why you gotta, take it in and go along with it. You gotta, don't let it, bother
beat
you.
down.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get out there and move forward. Break through those barriers that society and people put up for you, and you can, enjoy things. I mean, you don't, like people freak out because of finances or, being able to do things. Sometimes you can just do free things.
Oh, yeah.
Go outside with your family and walk. Go to a park, You can go for a ride. You can do, spend time with each other. That's
right.
free.
Exactly.
And it's more cherishable than going out somewhere that you never get back, and it's just you're just spending money. You're not really spending time with your or doing things that you'll remember that becomes some great memory.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely am a strong believer in if you want to spend some money, instead of like going out to eat and taking your kids to like, I don't know, I'm not sure, like taking them out to pointless things, I guess.
I mean, it's okay to have little
here and
enjoyments,
there,
but you should never have to buy your kids.
Oh,
or
yeah, no.
spend money to
I'm
impress your kids or family.
Yeah.
But you can, it's the little things that you'll never get back.
Oh, yeah, all the small
so you need
moments
to do
that you don't think are important, and then you look back and you're like you said, where to go? It went poof. That's what happened. And so even whenever you do try to slow time down, which is what I've been doing, I've been trying to slow everything down, take some, I can go slow and it makes it feel like it's going slow, but then you look back and you're still like, But I was saying, if you want to spend money, instead of just spending pointless money, I guess is what I was trying to say, I would rather do like family trips and stuff like that, because like I said, time doesn't slow down, but you can make it feel like it's sort of slowing down.
Instead of going 100 miles per hour, worrying about things, it's good to slow down, because you're never going to be able to stop. Slow down enough to take everything in and take a breather and think about what's going on and what benefits you and everyone as a whole, than just trying to go 100 miles per hour. And I think that's what people get caught up in nowadays. I mean, even before we were around, people get caught up in things and, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, instead of what is enjoyable and what's beneficial. You gotta balance the life and what is needs, what are wants, and what is enjoyable, without making it too much of something.
Right. Yeah.
You need to. It's all about that. Taking that step and realizing, hey, I can enjoy things.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. Apparently our son's trying to put in his 2 cents too. He's been, so
we're listening.
A lot of the episodes that I do, and even the ones with us in them, which doesn't seem like that long ago, but I guess it is, because he was in the swing at those times, or I tried to time it where he's in a nap, or taking a nap, and so that way. But it's funny, because between this one that we're doing and the last one, he's changed so much. So right now he's in his little walker and he's going with his hand. Yeah. So yeah, I was laughing at that.
Oh, I got it.
But yeah, no, I agree. For sure. But yeah, a lot of life changes. All good ones. nothing too crazy or anything like that. Like you said, life has ups and downs. But even in the downs, you gotta try to stay positive, and that's how you grow, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Fortunately, but unfortunately.
You try to work around those, times that don't seem to be as positive, but
right.
you stay positive and stay motivated, get through them. Especially if you have a good support around you, and I think I do, and I hope you think you do.
Oh, I think I do,
so
for sure.
It's good. It's good.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think that life's been good. No complaints on mine. Life is life. You can't, like you said, you can't, change too much. You just try to go along the flow and think positive.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I try to do.
We're along for the ride. It's like I say, a lot of people are just along for the ride.
Oh, yeah.
And just trying to make the best out of anything.
Yep. Any and every.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna be getting married, yay. We're in planning mode. He's happy about it. Yeah, we're in planning mode, and all that. I believe I've basically sort of loosely told, not everybody, because we are still trying to figure out, like, the venue and stuff like that. So, once we figure out the day and where, then of course, we'll update everybody and send little save the dates. It will be sort of, I guess, unless something changes, it's gonna be sort of considered like a destination wedding. Nothing crazy, like out of the country or anything like that. But, we're thinking maybe vineyard somewhere that's got a nice mountain view, so.
Something different.
Yeah.
Something we both enjoy, and then something we're not going to try to rush into, because you want to make sure that it is something that you wanted, and you ain't want to play along and go, man, I wish I would have done that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have rushed it.
Right.
And it's best to take your time with it.
Yeah, that's why, we sat down and kind of thought about it and was like, well, of course we'd love to get married as soon as possible, but like you said, you want to kind of take your time, make sure you do things right, you don't feel rushed, you don't, plus our son, he's only 8 months, so we would, like for him to, obviously he'd be in it anyway, but he'll be older, he'll kind of be able to comprehend sort of what's going on and all that stuff, so, but yeah, like you said, trying to take it easy, take it slow, plan things, not just hurry up and do things, as well as, getting married is a big thing, so.
Yeah, it is.
You
want to make sure that you're doing everything in a good order of things.
Right. Exactly. Have time to find the venue, which I would love for the venue to also have, like, the package deals that they all usually have for weddings, where it kind of, you get the photographer, and since it's a vineyard, maybe wine included, stuff like that for celebration, because wherever it ends up being will be where we get married, as well as a little celebration party, reception after. So, yeah. There's a lot of moving pieces.
Oh yeah. And like I said before, it's something you don't want to rush. You want
to
make sure you have everything together, because if not, then then you're like, you look back and go, oh man, I should have. Yeah. But,
yeah.
I mean, we got it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we definitely want to do a fall wedding, because that's something we both like.
Yeah, we love the fall, and plus too, I think it's beneficial because the heat gets very hot.
Oh
So
yeah.
we don't want to melt everybody in the summer.
No,
Especially
I
after,
definitely wouldn't.
Especially after we did a little shoot at a wedding. And
Yeah.
literally
A few months ago.
It was a fun experience. It was just
It
very
was
hot.
fun, but yeah,
it was very hot.
It was really hot. It was basically going toward the mountains, but you're basically sorta in the mountains in a way.
It was surprising, thinking of the mountains, you think it'd be cooler, but it was actually, it was,
Yeah.
I guess there was no, because where we were, it was more flat, surprisingly. There was no trees at that church or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
it was at a church.
And it was just like, the sun was like beaming right directly on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just, summer weddings, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's just, I've been to 2 so far. One, we were both shooting and stuff like that. And then the first one was a few years ago, which is a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crazy to say. I was pregnant. And so, yeah, I was extra hot. Needless to say.
Getting that extra insulation.
Yeah. So, it was either going to be, spring or fall. But we both like fall, so.
Yeah, we like the fall time. We like the leaves, the cooler weather if it cooperates this year.
Yeah, definitely would love for it to be during leaf season.
Yeah.
That'd be
awesome.
Yeah. And of course, I think the wedding colors, I don't know, we haven't really decided fully yet, but going off of the fall theme, maybe just fall colors, I don't know, I haven't really saw a combination that I'm like, oh, that looks
I know you saw
really
something
nice.
with like an auburn, kind of orange, kind of.
Like a teal.
Yeah, type of colors.
It was like a teal blue-green color. Yeah. But, yeah. I mean.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Something that's going to be, great when it happens. We just got to get everything situated, planned, and then we'll be good to go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What else do you want to word vomit about?
Word vomit. Still a very interesting way of putting that, I guess.
Yeah, so it's funny because a lot of the episodes that I do, I have bullet points. Basically like topics and then subtopics or whatever, depending on the topic of the episode. And the reason why is because I feel like if I don't do that, then I'll just start babbling about something and be on topic, and then I'll all of a sudden veer off the topic, so.
Well, sometimes that's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, a few episodes I do that. Where I'm just like, sit down, I'm like, you know what?
Oh, time to sit and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this podcast is. This podcast is supposed to be obviously not scripted at all. Basically real life topics and stuff like that. But also a mixture of that mixed with hard topics to talk about. Topics that, like maybe society, like you said earlier, hopefully it was in this one and not the one where we weren't recording. But basically breaking the societal norms and all that jazz, which can sometimes be very controversial topics and things. You might rub people the wrong way, but like I always say, everybody has their own opinion at the end of the day, and this is our opinion, or 9 times out of 10, my opinion.
You have to walk in your shoes, I get to walk in my shoes, so
Yeah.
it's my opinion, you have your opinion. By the end of the day, will my opinion really affect you? Really? Though?
Right.
I mean,
some people let it really affect their, them and their everyday life, which is ridiculous, and you probably should, work on yourself, because something's not right. But,
just move on.
yeah, basically, kind of there was this little series I started on my TikTok, and it was called Daily Dose of Reality. And it was supposed to be like a reality check, you know what I mean? That you didn't know you needed. So that's how I like to put it.
A lot of people out there need reality checks. A lot.
And a lot of them would probably say it and still not. But, because I like that stuff. Like, there's some quotes that I'll see that's, harsh. And you're like, well, damn. But, you're like, well, I kind of needed that. But you didn't know you needed it.
You're like, wow, that definitely puts it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need that hard kick in the butt, basically, when you put it.
Yeah.
To realize, oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Or if some things just sound stupid, you're like, oh, that's kind of stupid, but oh well.
Right.
Move on.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta not let things bother you, or let someone, because you let people influence you or persuade you and believe in certain things or act in a certain way, then you become that type of person that gets offended or getting upset over what someone else may say.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own opinions. You may believe what one person may say, and then they may change something different, and then you go, I don't agree with them.
Right.
People, doesn't mean you can like someone and dislike them by some of their opinions, unless it's something dramatically hurtful that causes harm to someone or anything like that. And yeah, that's a totally different topic.
Yeah, that's
totally
a different
topic.
Story.
Words shouldn't hurt someone, unless it's something, like I said, that affects someone physically, or if you're planning on doing it in a realistic, hurtful way. But saying certain things in someone's belief, like anything that someone believes or political beliefs, I try not to get too political, but even in media, movies, games, news, anything, people get offended or certain ways, it's best to just move on.
Right.
Because you're just basically sitting there wasting your time. That's what he's discussed about. You don't have much time. And you be another one of those people that just sit there and get offended or get upset over things. And now what can you do?
Right, exactly.
There's not much you can do. It's best to just let it go and focus on yourself and focus on the ones that are around you. And then just do that.
Yep.
Because, like I said, by the end of the day, or whatever's going on in your life, only you can walk in your footsteps. Only you can see yourself in the mirror. Only you can walk through any door.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can't do that for you. So you worry about too much what other people think or want to make you believe, then that's when things become a problem, and then you end up being negative and go the complete opposite way of being motivated or positive.
Right.
And then things end up going bad for you, and then you want to know why. And then that's when you got to sit down or whatever you got to do to sit back and realize, hey, I need to focus on myself and focus on things, and then realize that listening and worrying about what other people think, those influences, have no idea.
Yeah, because a lot of times, if you're someone like that who's that sensitive and all that, you'll never really achieve anything. You'll kind of just stay stagnant and be, mentally unstable and drained and wonder why, XYZ isn't happening or whatever the case is, because,
Yeah, I mean, some things may work for somebody, but may not work for you.
Right.
You always got to think about that. That could be in any type of form of someone giving you advice or anything like that, and you may find that offensively or negative, but then you got to realize, okay, what may work for them may not work for me.
Yeah.
And that can even come from family, friends, someone that's
anybody.
outside of. That's not just outside of, people that are around you. It could come from anyone that can, may just not work for you. It's best to just do what you think is right, because it goes right back to you're the one that has to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
You have to deal with it in life. So those people that offend you or try to persuade you, or you worried about this, worried about that, they're not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
Or they may not be there at all. You may just be worried about it. If it's someone online, someone that you see occasionally, someone you see all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and also too, people love to give advice, but you're the one that's living your life, so you have to see you and deal with you through all seasons. Whereas, even family, friends, whoever, they might only see you, a few times a year, or, maybe a few times a month or something like that. And even if they were to see you every month out of the year, they still don't live with you. They're not you. So, of course everybody's wanting to give advice because everybody wants to try and help. But at the end of the day, again, you're the one that has to live your life. So,
Hey, Kristen. Who do you see when you look in the mirror? First thing in the morning.
Well, a tired. I'm usually tired.
So you see
I'm
yourself.
kidding.
You see yourself in the mirror
myself.
right before you go to bed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you start your day seeing yourself. You end the day seeing yourself, right?
Yeah.
So,
what about you?
Same. I mean, I don't know if I always see it because I'm halfway asleep, but yeah, that's.
He's like 4 a.m. Getting up,
But no, the point is you. I mean, the first thing you see is yourself. The end of the day, you basically see yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you gotta look at it. Is it's. Don't want to make it sound sad. You're born in life alone. You die in life alone. Right?
Yeah.
So. You just got to think about that.
You didn't bring anything into the world except for you.
Yeah. So
and whenever you go out, you can't take anything out except for you. So
it's like that, where it's like you're carrying everyone else's problems or issues with you, and you worry about it so much and stress over it, and then by the time you finally realize it, it's too late.
Yeah.
Time has gone by, and then you end up have given yourself this much away. And then you realize too late.
Yeah.
So it's best to be open-minded, listen to what everyone says. That's fine. Don't get offended. Be motivated, listen, and just move on and be happy.
Right.
Enjoy the little things, the simple things, like we were discussing.
And and if you have someone who's because there's always that person that's always giving everybody advice.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, at the end of the day, we're all human, and if you're a sort of a good human being, you want to feel like you're helping someone, but a lot of times, if someone, like I said, is always giving you advice, just take it with a grain of salt. Listen to them because they might actually have some good, points to think about. But like you said, at the end of the day, you still live your life. So you're not living their life, and they're not living your life. So
I mean, you can take what people say and the life experiences that you have earned over time and go through it mentally, and then you think about stuff and go, oh, if it's something that you maybe later on you realize, oh, that person was right, then okay, there you go.
Right.
Or then you go, oh, wait a minute, they did something that wasn't right.
Yeah, there's been in my life, there's been people all over who try to give me advice, and some of it was good, and then there's always that one person where you're just like, what?
Should you be giving advice? I mean, that's just the way it is. That's how life works.
Yeah, so
You have people around you and communicating. Sometimes it may not be the greatest communication, but it's communication, right?
Right.
But
yeah, and I definitely think with, like, we were kind of touched on societal norms or whatever, like, society tells you, you have to, like, you can't slow down, you know what I mean? Or at least it makes you feel like you can't take time for yourself, or you can't slow down, you gotta always be going, basically. You gotta make sure you've got plan A, B, C, D, all this stuff. And with all of that, if you don't take time to slow down, you will miss out on things in life, opportunities that you didn't see because you were, too busy going 1,000 times or 1,000 miles a minute, But
I mean, I think it's okay to have a little bit of a plan, but don't overdo it. Like, don't overstress over it. So, like, if you have a plan, that's great. Have a goal, that's great. But if you don't always get to that point, or if that plan didn't work out, you don't need to stress it. Like, it's good to, because, you don't want to be the person that also doesn't worry and try to fix things that can be fixed, but you also don't want to be worrying and trying to fix things that cannot be fixed.
Yeah.
You have to move on from it, or just learn to work around it, because past is the past. The future is always the future, and present it's always moving. So your present always becomes your past.
Yeah.
No matter what, you can't get in a time machine and go back and try to change things, because whatever you've done in your past, that's your past.
Alright, yeah. If you're someone who's living in the past, well, that's a whole separate topic, I feel like. But
in this day and age,
if you're living in the future.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can't live too far in the future. I mean, it's okay to think about it, but you may be disappointed when you finally get to that future point, and then you go, well, that didn't go out like I thought it was going to. Because anything can happen. Like I said, anything can happen in a year.
There's a lot that can happen.
And that future plan may just go away. And then what makes a future? Is it 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? It's like, what do you? Because the more you keep thinking about the future, the more of that time you've lost. And then you go, well, I'm older now. Now I can't really do the things I want to do, because now I feel I'm too old to do things.
Yeah.
The economy or what's going on in the world has changed now that I thought about doing all this stuff. Now I can't do it, and I just pissed away all that time I had before that I was youthful, or I was able to do some of those things with my kids or family. Now I can't do it, but maybe I could afford it at some point.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that. You gotta enjoy it while you got it.
Exactly.
That's right, buddy. He gets it.
Well, so the past was yesterday, today is the now, and tomorrow is the future. I think that's a good way. Because, I don't know, I think you have to be in a certain mindset in order to even actually think about that. What I mean is, like, I've heard that throughout my life, but I wasn't in a mindset where I was like, oh yeah, that's true, you know? I was just like, whatever. Blow it off, you know, whatever. Probably because you're younger and stuff like that. But also, too, depending on what you're going through in your life at the time, not everybody, like, even people who are listening or watching, some people, you know, will click off because whatever we're talking about, they hear us, but they don't hear us, you know what I mean? So everybody's in a different mindset, different journey, you know.
Yeah, everyone's different.
And then maybe that same person would come back like a year from now and be like, oh my god, that totally clicks, you know, so.
It took time for it to sink in.
Or maybe they had to go through something in their life.
Sometimes, you need to have those life lessons. Some people have to go through them, some don't. Or you think that you've already had that life lesson, and then you find out later on that you had the real life lesson hits.
Right.
Sometimes things have to happen for people to wake up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you ought to think, you know, your life's bad, and then something happens, and you're like, wow, I had it actually made. It was actually pretty decent, you know. Because you get too caught up in that moment, and you think, oh, this is bad, this is horrible. Instead of thinking about ways around it, you think that all the way through, and then when shit actually hits the fan, then you're all in trouble.
Right. Exactly.
Now you're definitely going through something. But there's always a way out of things. You just have to be smart about it, and, you know, got to get to that point.
Be smart and stay creative.
Exactly. There you go. That's a good way of putting it. It takes people, some people don't take much, but some people it takes a little bit longer to get to that right state of mentality of understanding what they need to do or how they feel.
Right. Very true.
Like I said, everyone's different. Everyone walks their own path. So if it made whatever advice or way they did something may not work for you, or it may work for you. It just depends. Not everyone goes through the same thing. We may go through something similar.
Right.
But not everyone goes through the same stuff. It may be a little something different. You may experience something a little bit worse than the other person has.
Oh, yeah.
Some people don't let bad things worry them too much. Then you have others that do. And that affects them mentally. Then they're in a different mental state when they need to get to that point of fixing things. But I think that's pretty much it on that. It'll keep repetitive itself, but literally, I think it's literally
It'll end up a big circle.
I think it's just literally just what we said. It's just everyone's different. You walk your own path, and it's best to just do what you need to do to make yourself a better person, or get through life and enjoy the little and simple things.
Enjoy the little things.
Exactly.
I think that's probably the premise of this episode, basically. Well, I guess that about does it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good without going too circling around. But I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll come back for another topic, I guess.
Yeah, next time maybe we'll have a topic. Who knows? Alright, well, like always, if this, resonated with you, is what I've been saying lately, or if you find this helpful, please share it. It helps, believe it or not. And we slash me slash we, will see you in the next episode.